What up, everybody? My name is Stan Smith from Iron Sharp K9, and we're working with a Malinois today. When you're working with a Mal, you have to remember they are very compulsive dogs. They are dogs that once they do something, that's the way they do it. So when you're working with them and you're training with them, you want to be very clear, and you want to be sure that you don't teach them that they can do things halfway. You don't want to teach them that they can get away with ignoring you when they want to. You want the dog to understand exactly what's expected. You want them to know that they're going to get a reward for that, and you are going to let them know when they are finished. So we're going to be getting into that heel position, or that Fuß, they want it in German, in that Fuß position, which means be on my left side and sit down and pay attention to me. So if you haven't seen our lure video, check that out. Brief summary: you want to hold those treats in that palm of your hand, and you want that dog's muzzle in that palm trying to get those treats. Yeah. So what we're going to do is get her interested, and I want to pull her back. We're going to tell her Fuß, and when she passes, come on, I want to mark and reward. Good job. Good job. So again, we're going to go Fuß and reward. And you want to do that 3 or 4 times until your dog understands that Fuß means to start walking past you. Then the next step you're going to do is you're going to bring them back around, and that's that fish hook. So we're going to go ahead. We'll go Fuß, so back, and then around, and I want her to seats. Good. And when she's in that position, that's when you're going to mark, and then you're going to pay. And then you want to make sure she understands when she's finished, and that's where free. Yes. Good. Good. That's where that free cue is going to come in, because you want the dog to understand the lane that they're supposed to be in. The command begins with this, and it ends over here. So, ready? Fuß. No, I didn't like that one. That was not right, but we'll reward it. Because in the beginning, we want her to understand. We don't want to always be correcting and forcing her to do the right thing. We want her to learn how to do it. And that was partially right, so we're going to reward that. And we're going to see if we can make it better. Ready? You ready? So, come on. So, Fuß. Come on, come on. And around. There we go. Yeah, good job, Thomas. Good job, good job. Free. Yeah, baby, yeah, yeah. So you see her starting to think and to process, and she's kind of like, I'm not sure. But when you tell her that she's doing the right thing and you release her, now we got that energy back. Now we got that liveliness back, and that's what you want whenever you're working with your dog. You don't want to work with them where it's boring, or it's stale, or it's just not fun. Get out, work with your dog, let them know they're doing the right thing, and they're going to be more likely to do the right thing for you. You ready? So again, we'll go Fuß. Yes. Yes! Ah, good job. Good job. Free. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. You did it. You did it. You did it. And the more you do this, the faster they're going to get, and then the faster they get there and you mark it, that's what you're looking for, because now you're showing the dog exactly how they get paid. You ready? So again, we'll go Fuß. Good. And then I want her paying attention to me. Free. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yeah. You did it. Follow. 9. So one thing you want to remember when you are working with your dog, do not work with them until the point where they start getting distracted, or the point of exhaustion, because they're going to start associating training with you with me being exhausted. And that's what you don't want, because if they're having fun, if there's a cat over there, or they're engaged, or whatever it is, and you go Fuß, and you've never been fun, they're going to be like, nah, I'm going to stay over here with that cat, I'm going to stay over here with that squirrel, I just don't care because you're not fun, I don't get paid whenever I work with you, and I've learned that I can ignore you. Free! Good job. So how do you keep your dog from ignoring you? You give them basically permission to ignore you. When you tell your dog free, when you're not actively communicating with your dog, allow your dog to be a dog. They are not robots. They're not a computer that you're just going to program and they're going to be perfect every single time. They are an animal at the end of the day. So we have to allow them to be an animal sometimes. So that means when we're not working, just go in the backyard, throw the ball with them. Let them Let them go when you're on a walk, and they can be out in front of you. As long as they're not pulling and dragging and doing unsafe behaviors, let your dog enjoy life. If you're always restraining them, if you're always correcting, if you're always making them do this, and this, and they never get to have freedom, when they get a little bit of chance of a little ounce of freedom, just a little bit, they're going to take it, and then you're not going to be able to call your dog back until they have got their fix. A lot of people say the dog gets out, runs around the neighborhood, and come back on their own. It's like, man, that's crazy. My dogs get out there at the front door looking for me. Because you want to be interactive with your dog. You want them to understand that you are the most important, you are the most fun in the world. And how do you show them that? You break it down and you let them know that you appreciate the behaviors they're doing. You appreciate the commands that they're doing for you. You appreciate them in general. Put yourself in the dog's shoes sometimes, and who would you rather work for? Somebody who's always expecting you to be perfect, or somebody who helps build you up to reach that level of perfection? So, whenever you're working with your dog, people, be fun, be clear, keep it short, and do not bore the dog. Yes. Good job. So as always, people, stay tuned, stay safe, stay sharp. Just take care of your dog.